Hello. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 4.
Nice.
We are back after a matter of time for us.
A matter of minutes, really.
Yeah, for us. For you guys, 2 weeks, but for us.
What have you been up to since episode 3?
Well, it's funny you ask, really. I went for a wee, and I had a go on your J horn, which fits a trumpet mouthpiece.
Right. Don't clip that either. I say either, like, yeah, no.
Oh, you got to be so careful these days.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. Episode 4. As we said, this is a pre-recorded episode in terms of the timeline. We're recording this in July. We've just done the CD. Chelsea have hopefully won the World Cup, the Club World Cup, and the Wimbledon final is currently on.
Alcaraz is in a neck and neck at the
That's
minute.
such old news for those listening to it. We don't want to date the show too much, but yeah. That's what we're up to. It's absolutely roasting. We're gonna go a little bit off script. We're gonna have a beer. It was recommended.
Funny you mention that.
We have a little bit more chilled out thing.
To have
Should we give it 3?
I just knocked it.
Here comes the Brody.
Oh, I missed it.
It's all right. He's always late. Cheers, Tom.
Cheers, mate.
Episode 4.
Happy Sunday. Well, happy Friday for the pod. Happy Sunday for us.
Absolutely. So we're going to be answering a load of questions that we've requested to be asked to us.
Been piling up, right?
And we're gonna answer them. And these are ones that we've prompted on Instagram. People have sent into the Facebook Messenger. People have sent them on the email, which is thatsnotbanding@gmail.com. Thank you to everyone that's been sending them in, and hopefully we can provide some answers.
I've been looking forward to this for a number of weeks now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's going first, Chris?
Are we going to do questions?
Yeah, I reckon you take the first one.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I'm going to, we can both answer them. So the first question is, it's if you didn't play at B&R, that's Brighouse and Rastrick from my mum. Surely she knows that.
Again?
She had B.
Again?
Those are actually
your mum.
No, but
fair enough.
I feel like my mum is more of like a mythical figure of somebody that may have been, put onto the podcast, but maybe doesn't.
Mythical figure.
No, as in somebody who, rather than actually being, my mum, it's just people that don't maybe know exactly what we're talking. When we say the name Roger, that means a lot to us, but it means nothing to some people.
Correct. It's just your mum's getting a lot of mentions. Hey, Barbara.
Well,
I hope you're well.
Her initials are actually B&R, like Brighouse and Rastrick.
See,
which
that's something.
B and R with an A, and her middle name is A as well. B-A-R.
Is it really?
Correct.
There you go. It's written in the stars, mate. It's written in the stars. Anyway,
if you didn't play at B&R, where would you want to play?
Ooh, I think I know what your answer will be for this one.
You reckon?
Yes. Well, it might have changed, but again, last episode I was talking about when I used to play for Grimethorpe. And when I used to play for Grimethorpe, there was a bass trombone player who you know very well called Richard Jones. Now, there's 2 Richard Jones in our circles as far as I know.
Okay.
It's the Richard Jones who is kind of somewhere between our age. He's a couple of years older than me.
Yeah, bass trombone. He lives in London. Me and him went to Green Day and Fall Out Boy.
That's right.
We used to live together in Shed House. Yeah,
he's now doing jazz.
Good guy.
Things,
Hi,
good
Richard.
Composer, all the rest of it.
Yeah,
hey, mate.
Big band leader and arranger and all that stuff. Check him out.
Anyway, he used to do impressions of people like all the time, as I'm sure you remember.
Yeah.
And before I really knew you, Chris, I remember him like out of context just saying, "I have to play for Brighouse, but I want to play for Grimy."
Really?
I want to play for Grimy, but I have to.
Oh yeah.
I have to play for Brighouse.
Well, that's going to be a long story. We could get into that story.
Is there a bit of a story there, is there?
I was saying I have to play for Brighouse and I want to play for Grimy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got sacked by Grimy. You knew this, right?
I forgot. I have to say.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Saucy. Go on, bring it in.
Let's
hear it.
I didn't forget. So, I mean, it was a long time ago, and bad blood. Like, loved my time at Grimy. Did not love the ending, but things happen. We were talking just previously in the last episode about instrument exclusivity, and we were going to talk about couples and bands and stuff like this. This is kind of a little bit about this.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell my version of the story. Obviously, other versions may be available, but
Taylor's version.
This is Taylor's version, yeah.
Kathleen version.
So, so Brighouse were flying at the time, as they often are and were. I was at Grimy. It was like kind of my break. You know, like when Wingates was amazing.
Same for me.
Super
right?
proud of that band and what we did it there. But
Was that on principle, yeah.
yeah, so when you get asked to join Grime, it's like that's
Okay,
that's you've made it, right? It feels like a
Big band, yeah.
huge band, historic. You know the name, you know all the principals. So I joined the band. It's Roger Webster and Kevin Crockford and Michael like
Big dogs.
yeah, Chris Gummersall, Sean Crowther, like dogs, mate, proper yeah,
Big dogs, yeah.
in a good way. Dogs is good.
Not those kind of dogs.
Not other dogs, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did 15 months, and then Kathleen Gaspo, who's a Swiss cornet player, she was playing principal cornet at Brighouse. Her partner at the time, and then they got married, was called Philippe Schwartz. Great, amazing euphonium player. He's the visiting tutor in euphonium and baritone at Birmingham Conservatoire.
Oh, really?
So we now,
I didn't know that.
in a certain capacity, work together,
Cool.
which is dead cool. So he was at Brighouse. Kathleen left the band due to some circumstances, and Kyle, who we talked about, Kyle Lawson from New Zealand, he was on principal cornet, who replaced her. There was rumours about them coming to Grimy because Alan Withington, who was the conductor at the time, wanted them. Roger didn't want to play top man, and Kathleen was available and a great player, and they wanted to have Kathleen on solo cornet instead of Jamie Smith. And they want to have, as a part of the package, Philippe on euphonium. So Kathleen wouldn't come. This is again my side of the story. Basically, they didn't. They wanted Kathleen on principal cornet to solve. They wanted a principal cornet. Back then, they were apparently happy with me. But Kathleen would not come unless Philippe came.
So you got replaced because of a cornet player.
This is almost the exact question that I asked Roger Webster, who sacked me, who I now love and get on, and we've been through a lot, since then, and it's all
absolutely
it's under the carpet, honestly, and it fully is. Like if
you had a laugh and a joke about the Euros when he
fully, it's actually funny, and it's like the Frank Lampard and Jose Mourinho thing. Like Jose Mourinho goes up to Frank Lampard after he gets sacked from Chelsea, and he's like, "Now you're a real manager." And I'm not saying you have to get sacked from a band to become a real bander, but it did give me a different appreciation of
fully
of it's a tough game, like the top level. People get sacked at every level, but
sure.
So we play at the British.
I want to play for Grimy. I have to play for Brighouse.
Was only at the time of was probably within the week of me being sacked and then auditioning for Brighouse and that kind of thing. So we played at the British Open. We did Brastoff Live, which is an amazing show. We did it the night before at Symphony Hall on the Friday. We played at the British Open on the Saturday. I think we drew number 14. It was late, so we had the full day to not be sacked. So
great.
They gave me a good last day. Yeah.
Nice.
And as whenever you play at the British Open or any contest, for all you guys listening, you get in your walking outs afterwards, or your polo shirts or whatever you wear. Then you go to the pub, you have a great old time, and then they announce the winners and blah blah blah. I came off stage, went down to, if you know Symphony Hall, there's like a big reception area and automatic doors, and I'm just stood there with Dom Longhurst actually. And G, Roger's coming.
Hi, G.
He looks mad.
Get out the fucking way, mate.
So then Roger literally, and I'm not exaggerating, it was within 10 minutes of us playing at the British Open.
Wow, that's ruthless.
On Brussels Requiem, which we almost So then he taps me on the shoulder, and obviously it's not like it was a complete shock, but it was a shock. And I look at him because Roger never pulls me for a chat, and he played top man that day as well. And David King sat on the front row because Brighouse played number 3. So I was staring at, because he sat beside the sock.
Oh
no, he's in my eye.
No, thank you.
Anyway, sorry, Dave, it's going to be it's a long story, but it's a decent story, and
that would be terrifying.
So then
that's the only reason I'm saying that.
So I walk across the front bit of Symphony Hall, and I'm with Roger, and the first thing I say to him, I look at him, and I was like, Roger, is it bad news? And he says, yeah. And
you could just tell.
And I was just like, I feel like I'd be a bit more calm now, or a bit more really angry now. I feel like I'd be a bit more real hot or real cold.
Sure.
Whereas back then I was just like, oh my God, what's about to happen? The embarrassment, the shame. It's not just like you're losing your band. It's that you've got to go and be at the British Open like after party now.
Knowing.
And and like, what do you... And so then we had the chat, and he was like, so Alan wants Kathleen to play instead of Jamie on principal cornet. Now, by the way, Jamie is now on principal cornet again. So like, we've forgiven and forgotten, and he's been there for years now, longer than his first stint, and doing a great job there. So hi, Jamie, if you're watching. And good on him for going back. Like, at the time, I was a bit like, oh, what's he doing? But now I'm like, you have to play for a good... you have to play for a good band, and Grime is a good band for him. So he's like, yeah, and I said to him, like I said to you, I was like, Roger, are you saying that I'm getting sacked for a cornet player? And he said, yes. And and then I said to him, Roger, you're breaking my heart here. And he said, I know. And like, that's... Oof. And I know that's question one. Sorry to get so real and so deep early on.
It's good, man.
That's what happened. That's how it went. So then I go back to the hotel room. Grimey had a nice hotel. And I know I obviously had, my Grimey polo I was going to wear for the evening. And I didn't have a t-shirt or a shirt or anything. Like, if I was just going to watch the Open, I'd wear a shirt, like dress up-ish. But I just had to put on this t-shirt and just go out, and then so then I call Dan Thomas. Again, we know,
Ginger Dan.
Well, he was
Big Dan.
He was Ginger Dan back then. Now he's,
not so Ginger Dan.
Not so Ginger Dan.
Hairless Dan.
I call him, and they've played number 3, right? We're talking band number 14. Let's say 5 hours of 4 to 5 hours of drinking, it's. And I was like, Dan, you need to come back. And like, so he came and met me, and then I'll go about in plain clothes. I tell all of Brighouse, who have had a few pints by then, and I didn't know. So now they're my band members, and I've like, been to the well with them and back, like, and won a load of great stuff with them too. But I didn't know them, and like people like Andy Moore, and like I knew Steve Cav through Mike, but and college a bit, but not like I do now. They're coming up to me and like, what happened? What happened? Like, because Philippe hasn't resigned.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. And so then me and Jamie are there, and we're just like, heart. So Jamie stayed in. I don't think he came out, or he maybe went back to Huddersfield. And the results came out, and it was just a super long night, super iconic night in my life for sure, and unforgettable. Yeah. And I'm sat outside with our friends Ryan Watkins and Eleanor Newton, late on at Spoons. It's late before Pop World, and I was like, what do I do? And they're like, you need to call David King in the morning. And I was like, I don't want to play for a band anymore. And they were like, it doesn't, I know you feel like that. I was like you can, I just worked for so many years to try and get good and come to England and go to college and practice and and it just felt like I'd got to top-ish or like high, and then it was just taken up, and I didn't even
first big break. It's always gonna feel like that, man.
Mate, it was awful.
Yeah,
I didn't even hate Roger for it. I just hated the whole. It was just not in from what I knew. It was not in my control.
Yeah.
And it sucked, but it made me a better bander, a better person, a better, We'd sacked, sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
While I was in Grimey, people got sacked within my section.
I'm sure no one in Grimey would disagree with me saying that they have a bit of a reputation for sacking. And
yeah.
I was gonna say I've got a bit of a story from when I was there, but if we get time later, I'll share.
What I would say about that, and it's that's the story, people, and maybe there's other versions of the story, but legitimate. Sure, that's it. Yeah. Grimey maybe necessarily don't have a sacking problem. They probably have a hiring problem. Because there's the reason that Brighouse and maybe other bands don't sack loads of the players is because they sign the right players.
What I love about, I mean, I'm sure this goes for other bands as well. In fact, I know it goes for other bands, but from our experiences, the only experiences we can talk about, Brighouse is a band that nurtures more than any other experiences I've perhaps had in the past. I came in very, very green. I'm sure people remember during COVID, I was briefly a member of Fairy's band. And I famously say I went to Fairy's band, won a Zoom quiz, and then resigned.
I didn't know you won the quiz.
I'm pretty sure I won the quiz.
Nice.
Maybe I didn't even do that.
That's so much worse.
But anyway, so I never set foot in the band room. I think there's a bit of a statistic, a record there. the one person in banding who has been signed for a band, not set foot in the band room before signing for another band. Definitely on Principal Cornet. Come on, surely.
Listeners, viewers,
Surely.
if you have any stories,
Let us know.
who has signed with a band, your band or a band you know about, who has signed with a band, even on the dotted line, and they registered with
Fully.
the card, with the mugshot.
I was ready to go.
And then
Press
not
release
gone,
and all.
and then something's happened. And tell us why.
Yeah.
Why did they not go in the end?
It was such awkward
Also,
timing.
share your sacking stories. Make me feel better. It's not just me. People get sacked for just reasons and unjust reasons, and
Yeah,
I've come to peace with it.
that's nice. Man.
Because it's one of those. It's like, when you break up with your ex, you meet the one, and you had to go. So
Gotta go through.
Graham's my ex, and Brighouse is. I wouldn't have met Brighouse without.
No, very true.
It's so true. It's
Amen. Yeah. You
So-
gotta
so-
go through what you do to be you
yeah.
and be who you are, the player you are.
I guess my answer to the question, though, which is obviously super long now, but if I didn't play at B&R, where would I want to play? I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know where I'd actually want to play, because I wouldn't have said that I wanted to play for Brighouse, but I have had the best years of my playing life and personal life at times
Sure.
with the people. So on paper, I don't think anything is the way it looks. I think
It's hard to say, isn't
it's
it?
impossible.
We have had the best time at band definitely the past 2 years, if not longer.
Yeah.
That trip to Lithuania, although the band
Oh.
didn't do as well as maybe we should have,
Yeah.
and we wanted to, the crack was just insane. It was
and
unreal.
roasting. And our family and our partners flew out, surprised.
Oh, and they
And
surprised
we had
us,
squad.
yeah.
We had Gary Cut. We had like a squad with us, Alan Morrison.
It
like,
was just like I'll never forget just drinking beers, basically having a beach party after we'd done. Beautiful weather.
You
Like
should send that
yesterday.
photo.
Yeah. Oh, the photo of
Yeah.
you on the
Because I got some
me lifted
some tetanus or something climbing
I don't
down.
know how you managed. I don't know why you did that.
Well, because I wanted to be on the goalpost. Because because when you're tall, so Tom and I, if you've not met us, Tom and I are like a little bit taller than average, and we're always at the back of photos, and you just get like the eyes or the hair.
I wanted to show off that hotel dressing gown I was wearing.
Oh yeah, they were nice. It was a good hotel. Anyway, so yeah, in terms of that, I'm not sure where, but like
Neither am I.
people like Tom Shaw, or people like I'm sat next to Dan Thomas, and are like amazing people in your band,
Yeah,
Elena
man.
and Charlotte, and like all the Alicia, like we got some great
Friends for life.
friends for life.
That's not banding.
So I'll do the next one. Segueing through.
Yeah,
I don't know who any of these come from, by the way.
I know. Sorry, yeah.
What's the worst banding fail? Now, this is quite an open-ended question
Yeah.
because it doesn't specify in what sense. But what is the worst banding fail? Are the exact words?
So,
worst banding fail.
one time I played at the British Open, and then Roger Webster can.
It kind of goes in quite nicely.
yeah. Worst banding fail.
Yeah. Shall I go first?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I wasn't expecting you to
I'm
say
thinking
that. I
of
thought you had loaded ammo.
I'm thinking of that guy, the video, that guy dropping the bass on his face. That's
Oh,
so
Sean
funny.
was showing us that today, wasn't he?
Oh, what about bugle contests in Camborne Town and half them missed the repeat and all that? That's
That's a very good one.
pretty good. What about most buglers at,
Hang on.
at
We'll
rugby?
drop that
Yeah.
in. We'll drop in that video now. Okay, I have another bugle story.
Yeah.
Matt Brown, who's a good mate of mine, I don't see very often anymore. In fact, I saw him at the.
He's here today.
Hey, Matt. No, I was in bands with Matt and his sister Emily. I think Matt still plays for Gus. In fact, I know he does. He's good friends with Chris Bond, fellow Cornishman, etc. There's a nice link there. His mum dog walks with my mum still, and they both play ten horn. Anyway, I've been in band with Matt since I was about 9. I think he's a few years older than me, and he played for Camborne
Right.
Town. I think I never got to play for Camborne Town, by the way. Didn't
Oh,
know if
really?
you knew that. I was always in the youth band. But Matt was in Camborne Town before moving up, and I remember them winning bugle, and it's like, the Nationals trophy.
Yeah.
It's like not quite as big,
I've
but it's
seen
like
it. I've never touched it.
2017.
Yeah, after I joined. I joined the defending champions, and then we came third.
Is that
Which
that Nationals?
Which was unreal for me. I've never come third at the Nationals.
I've never come close
before
to
that.
third.
Before
to
that,
be fair.
before that, I'd done the nationals once and come last. Right. So
Right, okay,
then I'm
okay,
joining
okay.
Brighouse, defending champs in DK. I was like,
Is that your answer
Handle
for
in
this
the back.
question?
oh no, I played all right.
Okay.
Actually. Consider.
No, so it's not as big, but it's like the two handles. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it's got a lid on the top,
Yes.
and I don't know what you call it, like a platform on the bottom. You know, that big wooden thing that it sits on. I don't know what that's called. There's probably a term for it. Anyway,
No. Yeah. The base.
like I was saying a couple of episodes ago, and people will know if they've been to Bugle, the stage is high. This open air, like gazebo stage thing is high off the ground. And I remember seeing him, I can't remember how old I was, 14, something like that. I remember they won, and he went on to receive the trophy. He lifted it up like that in the air to go like, yeah! And the whole thing just fell apart.
Oh,
and
amazing.
it didn't only just fall apart and land on the grass, it like bounced off the stage and went clong, clong,
That is
clong,
good.
dong, 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 on the stage. And like, obviously it's the championship section. Everyone who's been there for the whole day is watching the results.
Just apologies to headphone users for Tom's recreation of the sound that the trophy made. My God.
It was loud. It was loud. But yeah, so that's up there. I'll use that as my answer. Sorry, Matt.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
mate.
I can't think. There's so many fails. A fail for me. We were in Sweden and doing that competition, the Swedish nationals.
Was that the year that you were adjudicating?
So I was judging, and
Yeah.
I'd never been to Sweden, and so the Friday night we went over and stayed in Copenhagen, and because I was judging the next day and then doing our concert and I'm playing a solo and all this stuff, and Gary Cutt was conducting. I was like, I'm not going to go out on the Friday. Remember, everyone went out in Copenhagen.
Yeah, I
and I was like,
remember
I'm just going to go for a walk and then come back and sleep early. So we get up and the coach is on the itinerary, leaves at like 8 o'clock. And I'm stood outside and all the usual people are like late. And I'm just like,
Why do we even put 8 o'clock when it's not 8 o'clock and like we need to go, like just leave them, like they'll never learn.
and it's not just like leaving them and then they've got to drive. It's leaving them in Copenhagen and we're going to Malmo, which is in Sweden, right? So then,
About that trip, man.
so then, and then we got on the coach and we go and it's fine and we're, whatever. We always leave enough time. So then we get the next day.
The church gig.
So then.
Oh, you on about the Saturday?
So then we
yeah.
go for and do a rehearsal, and then I have to go. Then I go and sit and it was Ray Farr and Yappy Dijkstra adjudicating. So I listen to all the top section bands, put them in order, and then I'm wearing a suit and get changed, go and do the Brighouse gig, like full on. I've got to play and then give out the results, and I'm sat on stage whilst they give out the results, and like, please get it right, all that. And then I was like, sweet, the gloves are off now, so let's just like go out. So I went out right in Malmo. Oh, was it in Malmo?
Yeah. It was. It was.
So I went out hard, and I was like last one out, and I was like, and I looked, I was like, I need to go to bed. And it was like 3, and I was just like chatting with people, and I met Patrick Randefalk, and it was just great. Had a great time, but most of the band had gone to bed because they went hard on the first night. Next day, I'm in my bed. Luke Spence, who I was sharing a room with, he just joined the band. Hi, Luke. He just like comes over to me so calm, and he's like, I'll do the Kiwi accent terribly, but he's like, hey mate, you might want to get up, the couch is leaving in like 3 minutes. I was like,
3 minutes?
I was like, bro, you need to wake me up. Like, my suit was everywhere, my band stuff was everywhere. I was like, I'd had no breakfast. I'm like, mate, we've got to get on this coach now. So obviously it was my fault, but I was like, mate, wake me up, or
Mate.
I was a dumb.
Anyway,
That was a big fail.
before we move on, I'm not going to say too much about this, but I feel like it's worth mentioning. That place in Sweden we stayed, Hotel Vanagupe, it's called.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've been there 3 times now.
Right.
So we went out and we had a few drinks after we'd played the gala concert. Mm-hmm. And someone in that ensemble, I won't say who, although it's quite funny.
I know who it is.
Yeah, I think you do.
He knows who he is.
He does, yeah. That's hello. It was hilarious. They lost their key, and because it was so late, there was no one on hotel reception. And this is after we'd been out, had a few drinks, been drinking at the hotel bar, and then gone back up. And yeah, this person didn't have their key, so I had to sleep on the sofa in the corridor outside, like this iconic player.
Yeah.
But then the next day, before we flew home, on the way home, we had an hour drive to then do a youth band workshop rehearsal, and this person just went through it and absolutely nailed it. I've never seen a transformation more like that. Going from I'm really hungover and slept on a sofa last night to
Wow.
I'm a professional. It was the most
That's the
insane
thing.
thing I've ever seen. And also, I was really ill on that trip.
Yeah,
managed to get through the gig.
I remember the filming.
I'm wondering, because I know for a fact I've got a Snapchat video of me the next morning after we'd been out, not only hungover, but extremely early in the morning and ill, like flu.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't look like myself.
No, you didn't. I remember it.
Just working out, I'm the most hungover I've ever been with this cold as well. Why? I really shouldn't have. Look at my eyes, hang on.
That's not banding.
Okay, when are you going to clean your instrument, Chris? Okay, I have 2 euphoniums. One like fairly new bass in one, and my old faithful. We were recording like we said in the previous episode, recording in Christ Alone. It's got a few top Fs in it, and on my old one, they just zing out real nice. So I wanted to record it. Should we show them?
Yeah.
They sound like this. Here's one. So yeah, they
That's not...
It's unlike a gig. You don't just get one go at it. You got to laser beam all these top Fs at the end to get your so it was rough going. So that one I don't clean because I don't need to. When do lower section bands? Why do lower section bands get penalized for interpretation?
Right.
Where top bands are praised. Wow.
Interesting take.
Okay.
Because we have spent, since the British Open 3 years ago when we won, we have spent our time contesting doing nothing but getting penalised for interpretation.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think, it's. I think I know.
get it. I get the point.
I think I know where you're coming from, but I wouldn't say that objectively and like as a blanket statement that top bands are just praised for interpretation, because obviously they're not, because top bands do poorly at contests and
I think I can
interpretation does poorly at times.
3 things to be successful, maybe 4. Add to this if you need. Consistency as a band, playing well, not splitting, which is tough. Playing what's on the page, always. If you play what's on the page, doesn't matter how it sounds to the audience. It seems to be, if you play not like a MIDI file, but just represent accurately what's going on.
Make it easy for them.
That's how you win a contest, which we don't always do. Self-admittedly, but it's okay. It's fine. 3, play loud.
Play louder. Yeah, play louder than you think. Play louder than you think.
You've got to have a full band sound, but play loud.
Everyone in every band play louder than you think you should.
Pretty much.
And people always say, "Oh yeah, but the soft bands win." The soft bands don't win. The loud bands win.
Seems to be.
Because the loud
We might have it wrong, but
because it's comparative.
I really like Stephen Mead's, his out of 20s, his checklist that he puts on socials, on content. Does he still do that?
He's done it for some of them, for recently.
It's great.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, yeah.
It is a lot of work, but there's so many categories and subcategories, and it's great scoring them out of 20. It makes sense. It's cool to see.
Yeah, and
I know it doesn't count for the result. It's cool to see.
I know, it's great. And whatever you think of it, it is better than nothing. It's better than just sitting there and with a score and thinking, was band number 4 better than band number 2? Probably. It's, and simplifying, adjudicating, of course. But should we do another one?
I will ask this one because I want to ask you first. What is your favourite solo to play, Christopher?
My favourite solo to play?
Yeah.
I have like a standalone solo, and it is the Carnival of Venice, the variations, the Arbin one.
The TP one.
My friend Tim Panel did my arrangement that I use with band, but I've others as well, and I do it with quartet, which is great. But I also did it with my old teacher Mike Robertson, the guy that made all of my playing possible, or at least
nice.
A thing. We used to do it at solo competitions when I was like 17 or something, and
it's a rite of passage, isn't it? Kind of, it's fun to play.
I think so, but I think I've just like gone way harder with it in terms of like I just got a bit obsessed with it. But also, I would say favorite solo to play is when you do it like we do it, and even though we're not like super old, we have played. I've played solos hundreds of times at this point.
I'm probably not there yet.
Yeah,
I'm probably getting close.
I've played Carnival of Venice possibly 150 times in gigs.
Oh, I'm nowhere near.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more
Defi-
like 15.
Definitely 100 because I did it for years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's mad. So at that point, you know, of course you got to play what you want, but you have to play what the crowd wants. When you
Always.
do, if you're in a band that does fewer concerts than us, and if you're going to do 2 concerts a year, obviously you're going to think, what solo can I do at the summer concert? And it's really going to be really important to you, and it's going to you're going to practice it for months and months, and you know, and play it once maybe, and it'll be real special. But for us, playing a solo is less special than maybe the feeling you get when you play the solo. And yes, of course we get nervous, and of course it's hard, and we're lipped at the end of the gig, and you got to stand up and play it. If
Well, you are.
You find
I'm
yeah,
second on, usually third on.
yeah, horrible.
I was just going to say,
What's yours?
Well, off kind of the back of what you said, it's got to be just your favourite solo to play. If you're to be happy, has to just be the one you're playing at the time.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
oh, you went
'Cause
all like
I'm being sick because I again I like a couple of versions of Carnival of Venice. I think are really fun to play.
Yeah.
But if I'm playing something else, I'm not. I want to be fully emotionally invested in like getting it to a point where I'm like, this slaps. This is awesome.
yeah.
You've got to shift your mindset.
That is great.
So
yeah.
that whatever you're playing at the time, no matter how hard or easy, is your favorite. I can tell you my least favorite.
Right.
Hetty Wainthropp
Oh,
investigates.
that's a tough solo, by the way.
It's
C
it's,
major.
It's really tough, and there's only McCann that can play it like it's meant to be played.
Yeah.
I got asked to do it. I
Philip
got requested to do it.
Philip McCann.
Sorry, yes, I need to stop abbreviating. Philip McCann can play really well. I had to play it at a gig because it got requested. I don't know how long ago, ages ago.
Yeah, it was last year, I think.
And was it last year?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Oh my god, I've not forgotten it. I hated it.
It's hard. It's a blow. And,
Yeah, right at the end. So you're playing this really cheesy theme tune, and then right at the end,
Ream, pumping.
anyway, enough
it.
said about Hetty Wainthropp. My god, PTSD to the max.
That's not banding.
What's the best and worst thing about being in a championship section brass band?
Okay, I can quite easily answer that one. I think.
Okay, let's go because we got lunch. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So best thing. 2 really.
Well, aside from me. So one.
Okay, 3
So-
then.
Right.
So, you get to play in these stunning, amazing variety of venues regularly. You get to be on stage performing, doing what you love. It's great.
Yeah.
You can't say that's not awesome. It's what
No,
we
it
came here
is.
to do.
I just thought of a really funny answer. I'll tell
no.
you after. Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, after. Okay, it's one of them. You get to play. I don't particularly like contesting. It's not my favourite thing ever. But but you get to play in these. You get to play in the Albert Hall, mate. How many people can say they've done that who aren't banders?
You can spend
you get to
Albert
play in
Hall like
Symphony Hall.
every year, like loads of times at least.
Best gig. Sorry, Brighouse. Best gig I ever did, I think, was Brastoff Live in KKL Luzerne on Principle. That was insane.
That was the same for me, but the Albert Hall one with Grammy.
exactly
Brass Stuff
awesome.
Live.
Awesome gig.
Forever.
You
and
get
ever.
to do stuff like that on the regular. And second, you get to be part of a team. You get to be part of this beautiful group of people where you're valued. People would do so much for you, you know?
Yeah. Worst thing.
Worst thing, my partner, as yours, is not a bander. And
Oh, that's the best thing about our partners, though. Sure.
well, yes and no, because
no offense
yes,
to banding.
Yeah, okay. And banding couples.
Yeah.
Yes, because your relationship is separate. No, because I just don't get to spend time with her or my family as much as I would like.
Yeah.
We're always either on the road or rehearsing,
I get that.
and we've got jobs, and we've got other commitments, and then we've got hobbies.
Yeah.
So we have to, I know you're the same, Chris, exactly the same. You've got to diarize when you're going to spend
Yeah,
time with
you've
your
got
partner.
that in the self-employed.
I
and,
struggle.
you know,
We
freelance.
struggle with that quite a lot. That's
Yeah.
my answer. Done.
I'll do mine. So best thing that you say, the venues are great, but it's kind of like, I can answer this with two ways. Playing in a championship section band, one of the best things about that is just knowing that the thing that you wanted to do when you were a kid, you were able to do it. Like, you got there.
Valid.
Like, something like that says, you know, you grow up and you might hear names of euphonium players or cornet players as well, and the band names, because the band names are forever, right? You know, like the names of banders and, you know, the people that sat in our band before us and the people that sat up, they will be, you know, remembered in a certain way maybe, but the Brighouse, the Black, the Corey, the Photo, those big names, they're eternal. So the fact that we get to be in that, you know,
That's a very good one.
in that building, in that organization. So championship, yes, amazing. But like, to be in like one of these championship section bands, that is, it's kind of like validation, and it's which is really cool. But also, like you find with, you know, all jobs, like whether you're in a really, you know, high pressure or low pressure job, it's the people. Like, people, you know, you go there and because you go to band, and we all love band, and it's just what we do. But you wouldn't just go back if it was just the music. Like, if you had no friends in band and you didn't chat to anyone, you just drove there and then drove home, you wouldn't go.
For sure.
Whether it was Brighouse or whether it was, you know, a fourth section or non-competing band, you can't just do it anonymously or for yourself. So it's just like-minded people and non-like-minded people. And yeah, like, I look forward to coach journeys more than some elements of concerts, because
Yeah, nice.
because, you know, because the concerts are always different in a way, but it's the pieces are fairly similar. But the coach journeys are always different. Obviously, we tell the same crap stories and hilarious stories from like callbacks, but loads of new content and new things to, like, you know, get closer to someone with.
I like it.
And initiations and stuff, and new members of the band. You get on a long coach journey, and then suddenly you feel way more part of the team.
Yeah.
I had the nationals, so that was like straight in 3 weeks after I joined.
Nice.
Yeah, it was hectic.
I had ages before my first one because I joined
'cause
during
COVID.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID.
You'll get part of the team soon, bro. I know. I'll speak to
It's been
them.
5 years, so, you know,
Some of them,
soon.
they'll come around.
Soon. Here's one for you.
Okay.
Can we talk about anonymous posts in bored bandsmen? And I want to add to this, actually, not just bored bandsmen.
Bored bandsman.
Bored bandsmen.
Bored bandsman.
We're not doing that.
Said
accent
Hermione.
thing again.
No,
You
but
can
you're literally like a
You
Harry
can stop
Potter
it.
character.
Stop. Behave.
No, Ron, you can't. Sorry.
4 bars rest.
4 bars.
is
Yeah.
what- that's all I wanted to say.
Right. What I would say about
bars and 4 bars.
anonymous post, guys. We can't name and shame because obviously.
Well, exactly.
You are not anonymous. If you're posting in one of these groups, I don't know who you are because I'm not an admin of the pages, but the people who are admins of
So he says.
yeah, imagine if it was me the whole time bored.
It might be.
Yeah,
It might be.
I'm not that bored. Yeah, if you are posting anonymously in Board Bandsman, whether it's for a reaction or whether it's for genuine advice and banding, like just fun and gossip and blah, 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 you're not fully anonymous. You're anonymous to the punters like me and Tom, but to the admins or to whoever runs those pages, they have to like approve your posts. They can see who you are. So be careful is the
I
first
feel
thing.
like this has been brewing for a while. You put some thought into this one.
Well, in a more
This is
more
not just-
more passive thought. If I just see a post and it's clearly like someone's just like, you know what, it'd be fun. Let's throw a grenade into this like swarm of people and see if anyone jumps on it. And it's just like some of it is relevant. Someone's like, yeah, this is a good issue. We should talk about this. And it almost doesn't matter whether you're anonymous or not. But some of the time, it's literally just keyboard warriors or bots or whatever you want to trolls, and they're just like, okay, let's just like create negativity. Let's just create hate. Let's talk about young people. Let's talk about old people. Let's like just polarize the brass band audience in some way, and I'll just sit back at my keyboard and look how it explodes.
Honestly.
Anonymously. Come on, guys. Like, if you need to keep anonymity,
guys.
if you need to keep anonymity for a good reason, then absolutely fine, do it. But if not, you know, stand your
Own
ground.
it.
Own it, yeah. Stand by your points and ask your questions as you. And that's not to say, it's not going to be Tom Smith of Brighouse and I represent the band. It's just represent yourself, and all your posts are your
Yeah,
own,
man.
are your own, and your thoughts are your own, and just like own it, like Tom said.
I like
Please, guys.
the passion in your voice about this.
Mate, that's just me.
Passionate.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah, I like it. It's like keyboard warriorism is like the equivalent of road rage on the internet, isn't it? Like you feel
For sure.
safe. In a car, you feel safe in your little dome where you can shout at people and all this kind of stuff. Same on the internet. I always refrain, no matter how hard I want to type something. I'm pretty sure I can say I always refrain from doing so because your opinion is your opinion.
Yeah.
And it makes the world go around a little
Also,
bit.
another thing that's is semi on the anonymity side of people who are not anonymously posting on their own timeline or wall or whatever or social media saying, I don't want to name names, but and then not naming but that person that does this or that band that has these some things on there something, they should really think about it. And it's like, we all know who you're talking about. We all know like it's just silly. It's just silly. If you're gonna say things like, that band that play in Purple, I don't want to like single them out, but the Purple one, right? Yeah, the one from York, West Riding.
It begins with B.
Yeah, Chris and Tom.
They play for them.
Yeah, so I don't want to say I don't want to name names, but I don't want but come on, guys, sort it out. Come on,
Brilliant. Yeah.
Just be better, right? Come on, banding is dying, and it's not because of audience numbers. It's because of gossip and just crap. Come on, we've all had a beer. Jesus.
Mate,
right? What do you? Are we parking that one?
I'm just. It's so beautiful to see you.
Board
so
bandsman, be better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Right.
Best brassed off scene. That's the next question. Best brassed off scene.
All right. This is a quick one because.
Yeah.
What time? Oh my.
Yeah, we got lunch.
Have you got one in mind?
Iconic is it's when he's like, it's a bloody euphonium.
Yeah,
that's got to be the one.
Of course. Ooh. It's a really tough one.
It's when you did the film live. I bet you.
I was just thinking about that.
You cry.
Yeah. It
Also,
was awesome to play that.
Oh my god! The Will Tell, but when you play the Irish tune from County Derry, Oh Danny Boy, and and then you're on the screen and you see the euphonium player and he's doing all the faces, and you know that Danny's in the hospital, and then he's like tenor horns. It's just it's perfectly British and just it's like, we know you're not really gonna cry, and we're gonna just a hint of comedy. It's a perfect little blend there. It's a very good film moment.
I've decided my favourite scene is probably is Will Tell, but not for the solo, so per se, for the incredible Say No More. If you've watched the film, you know exactly what that means. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. That's not banding. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Last question. I'm going to go for.
Should we do one more? Yeah.
I'll read this one out. You go first. This is a good one. With so many competing factors, how can brass bands stay relevant, and how can we attract young people into the movement and keep bands going forward for the next generations? Great question.
Really
good one.
I think it's a question that just keeps getting asked forever. No matter how long I've been in band or whatever, people are just the audiences are always getting older and fewer, and bands are getting fewer and fewer people involved. But then and youth band numbers are dwindling. But then you see there were so many youth bands at the Nationals this year, and it was in Hull, which is not easy to get to. Bands travelled really far to get there. So I think youth band wise, there's a ton of people. So young people are playing brass instruments at school. They're
coming up.
They are maybe just not translating that to going down to bands. So I think in terms of attract people to the movement, it's going to be in the schools, and it's going to be,
of course.
But also in terms of how we digest media, social media, content, whatever it is, you know, if you look at YouTube and YouTubers and shorts and reels and posts and stories and the way that thing goes, that's how people are interacting with things now.
Yeah.
Before, when we were kids, we would just sit down, watch a TV show all the way through, and it would have adverts, and you'd fight with your brother in the ads, and then go back and watch the second half, and that was it. Whereas now people like skip ads, or you got pay.
People's attention spans are going down, and I'm not excluding myself.
Me neither, absolutely not.
It's just the way we consume things has
Yeah.
changed. People's attention spans are like that now. It's like posting stuff on social media. You've got to make it snappy and grab the listener, intrigue them within the first couple of seconds.
Quicker,
even.
yeah.
It doesn't take long for someone to be like, nah, can't be bothered.
But and like, not to be too self-indulgent, like there isn't something like this what we're doing. Like, it's not a TV show, but it what is TV at this point? Is Mr. Beast TV? He gets more people watching his videos than people watch live football, which is live sports is the most watched thing on satellite television. And Mr. Beast, who's an American, for everyone who don't know, this guy called Jimmy, he's a YouTuber and philanthropist, and and entrepreneur and everything.
Yeah.
He gets more views on his stuff than the BBC got on the Euros final last year between England and Spain. It's crazy number, right? And it's crazy money, it's crazy numbers. So how can we appeal to young people? Well, it's maybe by creating more videos, and it's not just us creating a podcast. It's like other people filming themselves and saying, right, here's me playing, here's us talking about our band, and we are X band, and we play here on a Tuesday night, and then sending it to a school or just promotion, and it's short bites digitally. If you're just sending out flyers or posting something on Facebook, Facebook is not the 18 and or 15-year-olds. They're not on Facebook really. To get the teenage audience, you need to be on TikTok, and you need to be on YouTube, and you need to be on Instagram and those kind of platforms. So if you want to do that, and not to say that you're going to start a TikTok account of your band, but why not? Like, why not?
Fully.
Someone's doing it, and if it's not you, then you may be late to the party. And like this, one in a year, maybe there will be 10 podcasts about brass bands sat on their couches at home. That would be amazing. Probably not, but if there was, that would mean that there is possibly the want and the reach for 10 brass band podcasts.
I just have to add as well, and this isn't necessarily going to help answer the question, but it's an important point to just make. I see it at work all the time. Like, you teach, 100 kids brass. That camera's just died. I just go to this one. You teach 100 kids brass. 10 of them, if you are lucky, might make it to a youth band.
Grade 3-ish.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Don't get disheartened by the prospect that every kid, or the X% of the kids you teach or nurture or whatever, give that opportunity to.
Yeah.
Don't get disheartened by the fact that they're not all going to want to pursue it. Music is hard. As a beginner,
it's long.
It takes so many years, even as a kid, as a sponge, it takes so long to get to a point where you feel like you're flying, and not everyone is going to be able to push through that barrier. It's a really hard thing to do.
No, it's not for everyone.
It's the opportunity you provide, and I suppose it's not for everyone. You're right.
And that goes back to my point about like, what is the best thing about playing for a top section? Like, the fact that you got to be one of the people that do it. Like, and
100%.
The pyramid is thicker at the base, and obviously we know that. And not everyone is going to get to the top or the middle of it, and it's hard work. Right, we've gone super long. Thank you, thank you all for listening, guys.
Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you for the questions.
Keep them coming in. thatsnotbanding@gmail.com.
Thanks, guys.
DM us on Instagram. DM us on Facebook, and the rest. You know what to do. And
we're about to have a barbecue.
I cannot wait. I'm so hot, by the way.
End of the episode, Tom. You know what that means?
What does it mean, Chris?
It means time for pints in the sun. Let's go.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.